Hi, so welcome to this Samhain edition of Tarot Talk. So today is Samhain, Halloween, but this is basically a spread that is all linked into this darker time of year now. This is a spread that I've created just with some questions that we can pose to the cards. This is the time of the Witch's New Year, it's the final harvest. It's a reminder of the cycle of life, death and rebirth. So, oh, we've got a visitor, it's just one of the rabbits. So this is literally a spread posed of questions just for advice to take through for the coming year. So the first question that we have, which will be for this card, is what needs bringing to life in this time of rebirth. And for this we have the Nine of Cups. You can see that card there. So what needs bringing to life? Well, this is a card of just total joy, of confidence, of just really like letting yourself just shine and just being totally unafraid of that, having that full confidence in yourself. So this is the kind of thing that we're looking to bring to life. If you've been feeling insecure over these last 12 months or so, questioning everything, then you know this is really the time to start to put that faith, that belief into yourself, and just having that understanding that, you know, we've all got this magic that resides within us. We've all got this infinite power. It's just having the confidence to trust in ourselves, having that belief, and just really allowing ourselves to bring the real us to life. You know, the us that believes in ourselves, the us that has that confidence, who knows that we really do know what we're talking about, and that we're brave and that we're bold and that we're just going to step forward. So that's a nice thing to know that we need to bring to life. And then what needs to be buried and released card. And we have the Ten of Swords for this one. So the Ten of Swords, very much the card of the pain, of the going through the really bad times, and kind of feeling like really mentally battered and bruised. You may have found, I've got a cat trying to get up the chimney now, honestly every time I try doing something. So yes, as I was saying, so this card is really all about putting those hardships behind us. Yes, you've been pushed and tested to your limits. You know, yes, there has been the pain, the heartbreak, you've overcome a lot of mental hurdles. But the 10 is the card at the end of this cycle as well. And what we can find is we can keep repeating these cycles in a loop over and over. So this is just asking you in this position of what needs to be buried and released. It's just saying, you know what, it's time to put these things to bed now and just accept that yes, this has happened, I've been deceived, I've been stabbed in the back, but I'm going to overcome it and I'm going to lay that to rest. And you know, we're going to lay these new foundations now for this coming year. So the next question is what is being revealed through the thinning of the veil. And for this we have the Moon card. And the Moon card, very mysterious, it's very dramatic. And when we think of the Moon card, traditionally it's all about disillusionment. And again, linking in with this Ten of Swords, we may be feeling the actions of other people. We're feeling a little bit disillusioned by them. We may be wrestling with the different aspects of our personality. You know, with the dogs here, we've got a dog, we've got a wolf. So it's kind of that wrestling between the dark and the light in us. And this time of year is also just that nice little reminder that, you know, we do need to embrace that darkness. We need to work with the shadow self. We need to keep going deep and when we think we've gone deep, we need to push it again and go deeper again. So it's just really just getting to work with yourself. That's what's being revealed. If you're feeling disillusioned with your life even, then you know what, don't keep plodding on down the same routes. Actually take those steps to turn things around, and you'll be amazed at how things change about. Again, you know, we're diving deep into these waters, so that's again just that gentle little nudge to yourself about diving deep into all aspects of you. Sometimes we don't even truly really know ourselves because we're putting on this front, this mask, and we're not connecting with ourselves like we should be. So this is just really that card of just saying these hidden depths being revealed. You need to bring them to life. And like we say, if you are feeling disillusioned with the way things are at the moment, then things can change, but we kind of need to get ourselves out of that mindset. So how can I honour myself is the next card. And for this, we have the High Priestess. And again, this is just an amazing card, just of divine feminine energy. Again, all about embracing the light and the dark, those dual aspects of our personality. And it's really a card all about tapping into that intuition. So looking for things with our third eye rather than our two seeing eyes. So again, this is a card that's inviting you to go in deep and just keep pushing through those layers, even if it feels very uncomfortable. It will do when we're doing this deep kind of work, especially when we start delving into the shadow work. It can sit really uncomfortably with us and really push us out of our comfort zone. But that High Priestess is just like that little reminder as well of, you know, you can do it. She sits there and she is this just real energy of wisdom and balance, you know, embracing those dual aspects of ourselves. So that's how you can honour yourself this year, is really start to put the work into you and your development with your intuition. So whether that may be, you know, deciding to go to like spiritual circles, you know, learning the craft of mediumship or tarot, whatever's calling to you to really push that intuition, that is how you can honour yourself. And that's how you get more trust in yourself as well and start building up that self-belief. So the next card is, what advice do I need to listen to for this coming year? And we have the Eight of Pentacles for this card. So the Eight of Pentacles is very much a card of being on that cusp of learning your craft, of, you know, really being in control and mastering everything. And as we can see from here, we have, you know, all these amazing potions around us. You know, this lady looks like she's a herbalist, an alchemist. She's got a lot of knowledge and she's kind of like finally coming to that end of all that learning, and she can start to put it into practice. We've got the lovely representation of the different moon cycles there as well, and she's really just like holding that candle there and just burning that energy. The candle's green, representing the, well, within the pentacles, so like the money side of things. So if you're looking at starting a new venture, you know, a new project, something that's you're feeling passionate about, but you're a little bit undecided because logical mind is telling you, oh, hang on a minute, maybe this won't work. This is just that key reminder just to say, you know, if you've been putting the time and the effort into learning new things, then why not start to put them out there and shine them rather than keeping everything hidden, feeling that you're not good enough. This is a card just to remind you, you know, you are the master of your craft. You do have the knowledge. But to get to that next step, you just really need to, again, start to have this self-belief, put behind past hurts, and just absolutely go for it. And then the last card is an intention to plant for the coming year. And we have the Ace of Swords, and I absolutely love this card. You know, we can see this lovely kind of like spiral staircase representing the mind there, and this is all about really kind of like climbing those steps. These are like those new thoughts, but not just sitting with that first new thought. You know, we've got all these different symbols of equations going on. This is the card of really like applying yourself, and again, that self-belief in your new thoughts, your new ideas, and just absolutely shining a light on it and going for it 100%. So overall then, the occurring theme is, you know, we need to start to shine our light out, put that confidence, that boldness that we may be keeping hidden, letting go of these, you know, attachments that we've got of feeling we're not good enough, you know, those feelings of disillusionment, whether or not be with what's going on in the world in general or just other people's behaviour. So just remember, you know, if you are feeling really down and you've hit rock bottom, the Ten of Swords always reminds us that the only way is up from there. And then again, just really just tapping into this intuition and trusting in yourself and your belief of your knowledge. You know, we have this tendency to put ourselves down and think other people know it all and know better than us, and really other people might be looking to you and thinking, wow, this person's like so knowledgeable, they've really got the shit together, I wish I could be like them. So you never know who you're inspiring, and especially when you start to put these new ideas out into the world. And as well, I always think that's a nice little reminder as well, that sometimes, you know, that first idea may not be quite right, but if we keep climbing, keep pushing ourselves, keep scrambling up those steps, then we're going to meet with that perfect thought, that perfect idea. So it's just always just that little reminder of encouragement, just to keep climbing those steps of our life. Okay, so that is all for today. I hope you have a very blessed Samhain, however you're celebrating. Even if you don't celebrate it, I'm just still sending blessings from my heart to yours for a very peaceful, happy and prosperous new year for you. So I will catch up with you all very soon, and I hope you have a wonderful year ahead. Take care, bye bye.